the channel. Welcome back. Only Jaja know. Now, me go allegedly me go talk about this Venezuela and Maduro thing here with him and Donald Trump, and Donald Trump cover Venezuela and get him and have him in a court in New York. Now, allegedly, there's some mysterious thing going on. I run across a channel where these guys talking about it and was bringing out some things. And it sounds very interested, right? Very interested about it. And if this is true, or if anything like this comes out in the future of Maduro trial, this world here, it gone, star, it gone. The level of deceit and deception is gone. You know, Revelation talk about the last days. You know, the Bible talk about the last days, oh, wickedness and all of that stuff are going to increase. You know what I mean? And Ephesians 6:12 says we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places. If this is true, this is prophecy, may I tell you. But I go think they play this clip here and make an ear what this man here say about the whole Maduro thing. But like I said, this is allegedly. And at the end of this video, I'm going to have a little bit more to say. I don't want to say too much, but I'm going to have a little bit more to say. So let's listen to this video here. Listen to the audio, what this guy is saying about Maduro between him and Trump. All right? And the CIA. All right.
Where you had the guest on, and
Professor Zhang.
Professor
was
Zhang.
Very interesting and blew my mind with a couple of things. But this is the big one that we can watch and see if it comes to be. So I don't know what I was watching, maybe Redacted, where they're talking about those direct energy weapons that they used on Maduro and the soldiers there, and people were bleeding out of their noses. Professor Zhang thinks that's all fluff and nonsense to distract from the fact that Maduro is a CIA asset from the previous CIA faction, and Trump is ruining one of their longstanding operations. And Maduro's in on it and wanted to come in. And the way to know is when he goes to court, if he goes, yes, me and the Democrats and parts of the CIA conspired to rig the 2020 election through those voting machines. And I want to come clean. And then he'll get, if that happens, then you know that's what this was. Because he's going on trial for what? Cocaine? There's no Venezuelan cocaine. You never heard of that. It's so I assumed as the vice president was in league with the CIA. But he's saying, no, the previous CIA wanted him in there. And then when you think about it, all these gangs you never heard of that I was saying, we were all saying from the start, the CIA brings in Tren de la Ragua. That's not a gang you ever heard of. All these drug gangs the CIA brings in. So then it starts to get more plausible. But I say just wait and see. I just never considered anything like that. And that guy's from China and a complete outsider. So it's an interesting perspective.
And so he's saying that the plan is for Maduro and what with the 2020 election. What is the plan?
Remember the 2020 election was rigged?
Yeah.
Maduro's going to testify because remember they blamed Venezuela for rigging the election. Remember that absurd?
So they were trying to do that. So that was the latest CIA deep state propaganda that a lot of people fell for. That somehow Venezuela was the people controlling our elections, not Russia. Because they said it was Russia, but it was Russia in 2016. But then in 2020, Venezuela somehow got control of our election machines and the Diebold machines, and they're the ones who are pulling the strings on our elections. Yeah. And I'm like, well, why would they want to have Donald Trump be elected? Go ahead. So what is his theory?
He says he looks at it as the faction of CIA or whatever that didn't like Trump. That's one of their long-standing operations working with that guy. So Trump is bringing him in so that he can testify that they rigged the 2020 election with help from these gangs and Democrats, and then he'll get let go, or he'll have a nice treatment. That's what he predicts. It's just something to watch for. If that happens, I didn't believe Trump would be 180 degrees from everything he said. That was a surprise to me. So I just say look out for it. We'll see if his prediction comes to pass. That'd be pretty funny because they've already said this 2020 bullshit. Like anyone gives a shit about that anymore. They're just going after the old Democrat mafia operations, right? That's all they're doing. That's what the Somali with that Mormon boy front virgin Nick Shirley reporting on the scam of Minnesota. That's just them cracking down on the other side's mafia, is what it looks like to me, right?
Yeah.
And Trump's already pardoned a guy involved in the crime. He's already given a pardon out to one of the criminals in that scam. John Corbett had a thing about it. From Corbett Report.
Well, his name is it's not John Corbett. What's Corbett's first name? Why am I blanking?
The Reportage guy. That
yeah,
book.
Reportage. Reportage.
I say Reportage.
It's James Corbett. That's his first name.
Oh, James Corbett. Yeah. Excellent channel, dude. Also suppressed like Jason Burmis, the original guy that told us about 9/11. Suppressed more than anybody I know. And now everyone's saying stuff Burmis brought out back in the day in Loose Change.
Wow. Okay. So that's quite a theory of Venezuela. That I wouldn't doubt it. That's part of the plan for sure.
Chavez got whacked, and then Maduro's there,
and then Maduro was there for a long time.
Yeah, we've had, by the way, CIA run countries before, like Greece. The guy from Charlie Wilson's war that John Kiriakou knew.
Yeah,
John Kiriakou tells a story. That guy was the head of Greece, a CIA agent.
No kidding.
Gus, whatever his name was.
Okay. So so you think that maybe Trump is kind of messing up the CIA,
the previous. These are two mafias.
So it's the two deep state mafias, and the Zionists want him out,
right?
And so Trump is signing with the Zionist deep state against the others deep state who was using Maduro as their puppet. Is that what you're saying?
They think they're the good guys in this house of, the good guy thing to do would be to tell us this weird house of cards of lies they've been running for 80 years. That would be what a hero would do. But what they're going to do is go, we're less bad than that other side. We're just like kind of Satanist. Like that. So it's just mob wars. It's the way mafia families, you're expected to sympathize with one gang over another gang. It's just that bullshit. It's very simple.
Okay. Wow. That's so we cannot.
Maybe he's wrong.
Of course. So this is his prediction that professor you had on your show. I can't vouch for the veracity of it, but it certainly makes sense. It's
something I would have never thought of.
And I would have never thought of it either. I would have never thought of it. So let's see if it plays out. So we'll know. We will. History soon. History will show us, or events will unfold, and see if that was true or if it's not true. But boy, would it be really interesting if Maduro ends up testifying that they rigged the 2020 election for Joe Biden. That would be
already. There's been rumblings about it, so that's why it didn't ring completely. I was like, wait, I remember them saying something about this, and it sounded very weird.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you real quick. So they were using Starlink to coordinate the protesters, which are Kurds and CIA assets and Mossad especially, that they embedded in Iran to start killing people, to try to cause a riot, to encourage the government to shoot back at them. These people are shooting at police stations. They're not just protesting. It's amazing they don't care about the chick that got shot because she hit the gas. These people are shooting at cops in Iran.
Right.
But guess what? China and Russia helped them trace every Starlink back to those operatives. So they got all those Mossad operatives that were using that system. It's not in the news, is it?
Oh, no.
They and that's why they're like, you better stop killing protesters. They're killing the Mossad assets.
Oh.
They tracked them through Starlink, and I find that very believable.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Brethren, you can't make this up. This is a heck of a story here. And if allegedly, I'm going to say it again, allegedly, if this story here comes out that Maduro is working for the CIA and it's just bring him in now out of all of this, man, this is the level of deception gone. You see, and that's why sometimes when you see these entertainers and governments and all of that. No care what kind of trouble them get in, them still get visa and them still gone and them a travel all over the world. And you there Jamaica be good as possible. And you can't get no visa for go nowhere. But these people who got a prison, charged for drugs, commit murder and all of that stuff, them get visa and them a travel all over the world. A lot of times, as well, this guy here is saying, allegedly, these people are working for the CIA. You see, that's why. So the people them were around you, and you see, sometimes you have to look at them twice. See, that's why Ephesians 6, chapter 6, verse 12, I think say, we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in a high places. And this is what today we are facing right now. Spiritual wickedness in a high places. You see, now if it turn out, we have to just watch the court case. And if it turn out Maduro actually is a CIA agent, can you believe that? All these years, no, the draft up say possible him is a CIA agent as con to this guy here allegedly. Very interested. Bob Marley sing a music say Rasta no work without CIA. Don't involve Rasta in it. Say Rasta no work without CIA. But interested. And if this is so, the level of deception across the world is just high. You know what I mean? And you have to just, people who know and want to come amongst you and thing, you have to just keep one eye open because you don't know who is who right now. So we really want to see how this will play out in a court here in New York and watch and see. Maybe not now, not 6 months from now, but maybe a year or two from now when everything die down, you'll hear the real truth come out. But I saw the CIA work, you see. I saw them work, you see. So, spiritual wickedness in a high places. But let's watch and see. And I'll see you in the next video. But this is interesting. And, I don't even know what to say. But I'm not going to say no more because I don't want to get myself in trouble right now. See you guys next time. Subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time. I'll find another interesting story. Allegedly. Alright?